Hello, everyone. Welcome to Court with Krissy. Talk about a mission accomplished moment. The war on domestic violence is not over for this defendant. I hope you like it. Court with Krissy is now in session.
People versus Landon Anthony Wall. He's here for sentencing today. Prosecution and defense. Was the pre-sentence investigation report timely made available to you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, it was, Your Honor.
And is Alexis Calkins here? Here, okay. Did you want to address the court before sentencing? I can't hear you.
Yeah, I had words on share.
Okay, come on up then. Come right up to this podium. Right here, man. Thank you. All right, and you're Alexis Calkins, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, now's your opportunity to tell me what you think I need to know.
Landon is not a threat to me, our son, or society, Your Honor. This was just a really bad relationship that needed to end for Lane's sake. This is about Lane now and what's best for him, which is needing both of his parents actively in his life. The only support I have been getting during this extremely difficult time has been coming from Landon, but I'm getting that money, diapers, and clothes directly from his mom, Carla. Since the beginning of May, I'm not able to get very much help from my family, and I have been denied state assistance 8 times now. I'm very grateful for the help that's been coming from Landon and his family, because without it, I will struggle greatly, and Lane deserves the continued support from both of his able parents. Studies show from allforkids.org that children without fathers actively involved in their life suffer greatly. Former President George W. Bush stated over the past 4 decades, fatherlessness has emerged as one of our greatest social problems. We know that children who grow up with absent fathers can suffer lasting damage. They're more likely to end up in poverty or drop out of school, become addicted to drugs, have a child out of wedlock, or end up in prison. Fatherlessness is not the only cause of these things, but our nation must recognize it as an important factor. Please, Your Honor, from the bottom of my heart, please break this generational curse and allow Landon to keep working so he can continue providing for Lane and to be the best father he can be.
All right, well, this is his third offense. Were you the victim on the other ones as well? Yeah. The thing that I'm concerned about is that children that grow up in abusive households end up being, the females tend to find abusers to marry, and the males tend to grow up to be abusers. It's all learned behavior. That's my fear for your kids. Your Landon, I don't know if you have more than one kid, but that's my fear, is that they're going to pick up all these traits that Mr. Wall has, and pass them on. And then it'll be another generation. Think that's a possibility?
We aren't together anymore. He's just providing for his son still, and that's what I'm also doing.
So do you think that Mr. Wall deserves a break here, or are you more concerned that you're struggling financially and you need him out working to get money, which is totally understandable? I mean, if you were financially set, if finances didn't play any role in this, what should I do with Mr. Wall?
I think he deserves a break.
Why?
So he can be there for Lane, because he is a great father.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for coming and sharing. I appreciate that.
Thank
All right. Prosecution defense, was the pre-sentence investigation report timely made available to you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, it was, Your Honor.
And Mr. Greer, have you had the opportunity to read the report and discuss it with Mr. Wall?
I have.
Do you have any additions, corrections, or challenges?
I found it to be accurate, Your Honor.
Anything that you want to say on his behalf?
I think one of the problems, I've known Landon for a long time. And I think one of the problems that he has is his alcohol. I think he understands that now. Every time he's been in this situation, it's because he's been drunk. And he finally came to my office and told me that he realized that it was a lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it was caused by excessive drinking. And I think he's addressing that through AA, correct? So he's gone to AA. He understands he needs that sort of structure, and I would ask the court to take that into consideration. I know he's working. I know he's provides for the child through his family, and I would ask for leniency, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Wall, have you had the opportunity to read the report and discuss it with Mr. Greer?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any additions, corrections, or challenges?
No.
Anything that you want to say on your own behalf?
I would like to say, I know this is my third offense, and I do understand the gravity of the situation. And I am very deeply sorry for Ms. Calkins and everything I put her through. And I've had time after time to get the help that I needed. I think I need, more AA, anger management counseling, whatever it may be. And I'm ready to take accountability and accept whatever punishment.
Have you put her in the hospital before for domestic assault?
Yes, sir, the first time it happened.
Tell me about that.
It was earlier in the morning. I'd been drinking the night before, and still a little intoxicated after I woke up, and I was trying to leave, and she was standing in the way, and I pushed her really hard into the shelf. She hit her head, and then I pushed her again into the wall and fractured her shoulder.
Okay. How much time did you do for that?
I was first sentenced to 6-month probation, and then I got another second offense.
You violated probation by doing another domestic.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then they revoked my probation, and I served out the rest of the 93 days for the second offense.
All right. And then how long were you out of jail before you committed this offense?
Beginning of October in 2023, when I was released, October 2nd, I believe.
Okay, so 6 months, roughly less than 6 months later, we're back again. Is that right?
No, sir, it's been almost 2 years.
You said October of
23.
2023. Okay, all right. The pre-sentence investigation report has you being discharged from probation on August 1 of 2024.
That's not correct, sir.
No?
Because when I got out, there was no longer no contact order. I wasn't on probation, and then we had our child in common lane, and he's almost 1.5 years old now as well.
Okay. All right. All right, so tell me about this AA that you're doing. How many times have you been?
I was going for about 2 months, 3 to 4 times a week at the Alano Club in Nuevo, and my car broke down, and I'm out of transportation at the moment. Yes, I'm still working. My manager, I work at Fremont Ford. He only lives a few minutes down the road. He can give me rides. My mom can give me rides.
So long has it been since you've been to an AA meeting?
It's been a couple months at least.
When was the last time you consumed alcohol?
March 1st, right after the incident.
Is that the truth?
Yes, sir.
Were your mother or father drinkers?
Yes, there is alcohol in the household, but I do not have access to it.
Are they still together?
No, my father, he's at a rehab facility somewhere in Ohio. My mother Carla is right back here. I'm staying with her and my stepfather, Joe.
Okay. Was your father physically abusive to your mother?
Not that I'm aware of.
Never witnessed anything like that? Okay. So you did 93 days jail the last time this happened. Why should I give you less time than you did the last time?
I have never fully taken responsibility and accountability to document the true help that I need for my addictions and my own mental health. So that way, I mean, now we have our child in common, and this one happened right after I turned 21, so I could go buy all the alcohol I wanted, and I got carried away, and I drank way too much that night. And now I just realize how severe the problem is, and I just want to be the best father I can be for Lane.
There's a lot of people that get drunk and they get really drunk and they don't abuse their significant others. So have you done any counseling for that?
No, sir, I've called a few different counseling places. I've been denied because I have an open domestic case. They said I could get back a hold of them after the fact. And I was on a couple of waiting lists as well, but they were 8 to 10 weeks out. And I haven't heard any call back since then.
When you were in district court for your other two, did you get any counseling then?
Sir, I had court-ordered counseling in Grand Rapids. But after I was discharged from probation, I just couldn't afford it. They were trying to charge me $150 per session. And I was only making $400, $450 a week at the time.
So Mr. Zero, you recommended no more jail time for Mr. Wall.
That's not my recommendation.
Okay, what was your recommendation?
The plea agreement was for midpoint of a cap at midpoint of the sentencing guidelines, which at the time the plea agreement was offered to the defendant, the prosecutor estimated at 0 to 17 months. When I scored the guidelines, I came up with 0 to 9 months, and my recommendation was 4.5 months in jail, with credit for 1 day service.
Ms. Robinson, any additions, corrections, or challenges?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe that the pre-sentence investigation is missing a prior conviction. My records, both in the system that shows what we charged as well as his lien, he has 3 prior convictions.
Okay, can we walk through those then?
Yes, Your Honor. On there was first an incident date of 12/17 of 22. And he was charged with aggravated domestic violence. The conviction date on that one was pled down to a domestic violence on 8/17 of 2023. And I think that's part of the problem is all 3 of these have the same conviction date. He again committed an act of assault against Ms. Coggins on March 20th of 2023. Pled guilty to domestic violence on 8/17 of 2023. And then on May 10th of 2023, he once again committed an act of domestic violence and he pled on 8/17/2023. We show that in that same time period of his original arrest, he committed 3 back-to-back ones. Obviously, there was no enhancements because he had not been convicted at the time of those, but I do believe that this is his 4th conviction. So I would ask that that be updated. I also believe that that would change the guidelines in that his PRVs would not be 0, since we could not score 2 of them, but we would be able to score that 3rd one.
I had 0 to 9 also, Your Honor.
All right, so she's indicating that he had another conviction with an offense date of May 10th that he pled to on 8/17. Is that right, Mr. Wall?
Yes,
All right, so this is
Your
your
Honor.
fourth then? Yes, okay. So we'll add that conviction to it, Mr. Zero. So then, looking at the advisory guidelines, with a 5 points PRV, and 3 point defense variable, 0 to 11. So prior record variable number 5 would be scored for one prior misdemeanor conviction. That puts us at a B2. B3, excuse me, B3. 0 to 11. All right, the court recognizes that the advisory guidelines in this case would suggest a sentence between 0 and 11 months. The courts can exercise my discretion since it's consistent with the advisory guidelines, consistent with the plea agreement in this case. Would be the sentence of the court that this defendant served 120 days in the White County Jail. I'll give him credit for the 1 day that he's already served. There's a $68 state cost assessment, a $130 crime victims' rights fund fee. The court's going to place him on probation for 2 years. There's a $30 per month probation oversight fee for regular probation, $60 a month for electronic monitoring or tether. There's a $100 fine, there's a $100 cost. The court will direct those financial. All right, so we do have a bond in this case. That was posted by you, Mr. Wall, or someone I need to have?
it was my money I had in my account. My mother posted it
Okay,
at the kiosk.
she's here today? Okay, can we use that to pay the financial assessments?
Yes.
All right, so we'll take a 10% bond cost. And then the balance will be used to pay his financial assessments, then they get some money back. We'll take all of that. The areas that will be addressed on probation are those occurring as highly probable under the core company's needs scale. And Mr. Wall, you do have the right to make application to your conviction sentence. If you cannot afford an attorney, the court appointed attorney will represent you on appeal. Request for lawyer must be filed with court within 42 days. That's all today, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.